Okay, so I'm going to film on the phone again. My iPad ran out of storage. Even though I had a 22-minute video, it couldn't handle, what was it, 10 minutes? My iPad is so inconsistent with how long of a video I can have. Yeah, if it went over for 44 minutes, fine. That would be understandable. And I probably should just film on the phone. The reason why I decided to film on the iPad was because I had some sound issues with the filming on the phone. My last video I did on the phone, it was like, it kind of went quiet. It was weird. And it would go quiet and loud and quiet and loud. I really hope it doesn't happen this time. But without further ado, I gotta go back to the beginning. I hate my iPad. I understand I have a lot of Kindle books downloaded on there. There's a reason for why, but I honestly hate my iPad sometimes. It honestly is starting to go. Like, it's getting old. Had it for since I graduated high school, and I've since graduated college 4 years. So I've had it for what, 6 years now, almost 8 years, 5 years, long time. I want to say 5 years because I'm doing, like, my cousin's 18. He's 5 years younger than me. That's like about when I got it. So yeah, I would say 5 years. But even then, like, come on. Okay, so go all the way back to the beginning. It's really nice. Things going so good too. And the iPad's like, nope, out of storage. And from now on, I'm putting on the iPhone. I don't care if I have 10 gigabytes of storage left on the iPad. It's more like saying it's 5. All right, let's go. So this is the Blu-ray haul. All the Blu-rays I have. Now you see in the background, there's some DVDs. I'll only be going over the Blu-rays, and not all these I've seen. A lot of these you'll be like, why haven't you seen that movie? And yeah, I'll explain. And actually, this is good that I did a second cut because one of them I was like, oh, I haven't seen this. Oh wait, no, I have. Kind of forgot about it. There's a reason for why, and you'll soon see why. First one up is the Steven Spielberg Director's Collection box set. This one does not come with a lot of movies that it should have come with. There's a lot of strange choices they made of what they thought was worthy of this collection, and then they kind of replaced it with other movies they should have put in there. I believe Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which I do have, you'll be seeing that pretty soon here. I'm not seen yet though. That one I believe was also Universal. We will see soon enough here. But here it comes with a booklet here, which I really do like these little booklets, even if I'm never gonna read them. Now most of these movies I've watched. So let's go on with the first one, and that is Duel. I thought this was okay. It's first movie, still working out the kinks. Um, Sugarland Express I thought was just very mediocre. This actually Duel was a TV movie. I believe this was his first theatrical movie. I do need to watch this again though. Jaws, I loved. Probably my favorite Steven Spielberg movie. You'll see another one that's my favorite. 1941, I have not seen. I do want to see it though. As the years go on, I get more and more interested in finally checking it out. But it has not gotten the best praise. Everyone seems to hate it, and it's a 2.5 hour long movie. And if it was an hour and a half, I would have seen it by now. And this does come with the director's cut, which I've heard is better. Sorry, extended version. E.T., one of my favorite movies of Steven Spielberg's. I would say Jaws then E.T., but they're neck and neck. Always, I've not seen. Jurassic Park, I have, and I really enjoyed it, much like everyone else has. I've not seen Lost World. Yeah, I gotta kind of not try and go on to too many tangents and get too distracted. Get right on topic because I'm trying to get this video out and trying to also finish both Iron Fist and Go Away Kindle notification. I'm trying to finish both Iron Fist and Future's End today, and both of them I have like 11 issues left of that. That's 22 issues I read, and I can usually manage, but I gotta get going if I can to do that. I got a meeting today too. The Batman. So I'm not gonna go over what this comes with. You can see I may not show. Why not? This is the Batman animated series box set. Comes with the pop figures you saw. I'm not taking those out. But also I have the limited edition. version. It still has that stupid indent. I shouldn't say still, but that's how I got it. It's really annoying too because it's a limited edition. Comes with this little box thing, and it comes with the DVDs, and they have. And it comes with the DVDs, and you have. It's nice they tell you what episodes are on each disc right here, right at the back. Now with The Simpsons, I did take the DVDs out and got rid of the box sets of most of them. I do still have the little booklets that come with to tell you what discs have what episodes. But I don't when I binge watch Simpsons on occasion I will do that. I don't usually go out of my way to find those little booklets to see which one comes to which. So I always get it wrong. I always want to watch a specific episode, like the Homer Loves Flanders episode. Like, okay, which disc of season 5 is that? I know it's season 5, but which disc? I always get it wrong. I'll be like, disc 4, and it'll be disc 3 or whatever. So it's nice. So I will be keeping this. It's just, why not keep it? And you also got a little thing here, which I think is really cool. I don't know if you can see it moving, but it moves. And so out of the Batman animated series, I saw a few episodes of it, and then I watched. I only actually one episode, and then I watched the Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I first watched that on DVD because I got that a while back, and I double dipped to the Blu-ray. I gave the DVD to my nephew. Nobody's watched it yet. All right, so I should put in the booklet first. This little thing in first. So yeah, and I did like it. What I've seen so far. We'll definitely check out more when the time. So that's another thing. Probably around the holidays, I'll get on the Blu-rays that I haven't watched. Now, Lord of the Rings, I've not watched any of them. I know, huge. It's extremely blasphemous. I have the stupid Canadian version too, and I always would come with like a little. The only reason why I hate it is because I think the American version or the U.S. version came with a digital copy, and had everything come with a digital copy for each Blu-ray, I would have watched these by now. But I'm not watching on my small little portable Blu-ray player, nor am I going to. And it's kind of tough to. Unless everyone wants to watch a movie, it's really, really tough to watch a Blu-ray on the big TV because that's what everyone else uses. And it's the only Blu-ray we have. Again, unless it's my small ass one. If I can find a way to connect that to my laptop, then I'll watch Lord of the Rings. So it's one of those things where it's just like I want to watch on the biggest screen possible, and not on the smallest screen possible. But The Hobbit I have seen. I saw the last two in theaters. Desolation of Smaug, my dad wanted to see way back when it was first released in theaters. We saw that, and then I was interested in seeing Battle of the Five Armies. Never got around to seeing the first Hobbit. And yes, I have all the extended versions too, which makes it even tougher. I did watch. I keep forgetting. I did watch part of the first Lord of the Rings. I did like that, but I never got around to finishing it. So I wouldn't say technically I've watched Lord of the Rings because I've only watched the first one, part of the first one. See, even then. Batman, the quadrilogy. I've seen Batman and Batman and Robin. Batman is really good, as good as people are saying it is. And Batman and Robin is so bad it's good. The Avengers, peak MCU. The Hangover, one of those movies you watch once and have no real desire to watch again. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll watch it again sometime, but not sometime soon. I have way too much on my hands to watch, and then to concern myself with The Hangover. 12 Years a Slave, much like with The Hangover, but for a completely different reason. I've only watched this once. I have no real desire to see it again. It is worth watching at least once. Just it's very, 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 very hard to get through. I don't have a digital version anymore. Try to cover them all once I redeem them. John Wick and John Wick 2. I do not have John Wick 3 and 4. I stopped after 2, collecting them. I got these both the same day for Christmas. The first one's much, much better than the second one. The first one just gave me everything I wanted, and the second one did way too much world building and it bored me. Star Wars, the original trilogy. I have seen episodes 4 and 5. Have not seen episode 6. I do need to get on those. This will probably be the first one I watch out of all of these because I've been checking out the yet again the Disney Star Wars, the comics, the Jason Aaron run and the Kieran Gillen run of both Star Wars and Darth Vader respectively. I kind of want to watch the movies along with them. I'll be doing that pretty soon here. So I will finally watch episode 6. And I'll be watching the prequels and a sequel trilogy, so I will have watched. Eventually, I will have watched all 9 movies. And they don't. The only ones I have I have some of the. Actually, I have all of the prequels. But those are very old and not in best shape. And they're DVDs. So I'll be checking out the library ones. Hopefully those are in better shape than mine are. Stanford Prison Experiment. Like with 12 Years a Slave, not one I would watch again, but I'm glad I watched it the first time. Maybe I'll watch it again. It's not as hard to get through as 12 Years a Slave was. Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut, not as good as it should have been. Even in the 3-hour Ultimate Cut, it's not that great, but much better than the theatrical cut at least. But still, 3 hours is you feel it every minute. Bridesmaids Unrated. I remember liking this a lot. I remember it started out kind of annoying, but it got better as it went along. Now this one is one of those among I want to say at least 2 movies where the reason why I got it was that I wanted to finally check it out, and I decided, you know what, to hell with it, we're gonna do that. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted. So let's start over. So this is one of those movies that I only got because it was around Christmas time or my birthday, and I was like, I want to watch this, but I didn't want to rent it. Apparently, I didn't want to rent it. I should have rented it because it would have been, not only would it be an open slot to get a movie that's much better than this, but it's just stupid to get this. And this is the Angry Birds movie. Yeah, I am probably going to get rid of this pretty soon. Maybe I'll give it to my nephew on Christmas time. Hand me down. Hacksaw Ridge, very good movie. I did like this movie. Some people don't seem to like it. I can understand why, but I still liked it. And keep in mind, I've not seen that since I've seen it in a theater when it was way back in 2016. So obviously apparently not good enough to watch it again. But I will be watching it again pretty soon. Here, it's one of those movies I want to watch again, regardless of you should be watching this movie. You haven't seen this movie. Why not do that instead of that? And it's kind of like, maybe I want to watch this one instead. Break that rule. Because what I'm going to try and do for the most part for my Blu-rays is try and watch the ones I have not seen. Star Wars is an exception because I want to watch the 4 and 5 again before I watch 6. But for the most part, when I'm watching a Blu-ray of mine, I want it to be a new one. When I haven't seen it before. Shape of Water, I did see. Now, this did win Best Picture. It's somewhat controversial, and I can definitely understand why, because 3 Billboards should have won Best Picture. But it could have been worse. Skyfall 006. Skyfall I've not seen. And this is one of those movies where I have the DVD of the previous movies of Daniel Craig Bond. Actually, I only have Casino Royale. I skipped out on Quantum of Solace. Didn't hear the best of it, and I just nope. Guardians 2. I have the first one on DVD, and my ranking of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, it goes in order. First one's the best, second one's second best, third one's the third best. I've not seen a holiday special yet, and they're also honestly is a really damn good trilogy. Probably the best MCU trilogy, honestly. That's not saying a lot though. Okay, Alfred Hitchcock. The only one I watched was Psycho. Really enjoyed it, and much like with the Steven Spielberg one, it does come with the booklet. So I'll show real quick here. There. I really hope the audio is okay. 8th grade. This is an 8th. Is it an A24? It is. It is A24. And like with a lot of A24 movies, this is really damn good. If you like coming of age stories, you'll really like that one. Shaun the Dead, I do need to watch again. I liked it the first time though. It's just as good as everyone says it is, but I need to watch it again. It's been a long time. Hell or High Water. The first time I watched this, I didn't think it was that great. I need to watch it again. Give it to redeem it, I guess you could say. Jungle Book, I thought was just alright the first time I saw it. Not the worst, definitely the worst live action Disney remake. Probably the best, honestly. I've not seen Captain Phillips. Venom, I almost want to get rid of this one. I'm interested enough to see the sequel, but I've not really gone and seeked it out. They have it at the local library, but for interloans at least. But no interest in checking it out. I thought it was just okay. Kind of boring, honestly. Mary and Max, a criminally underrated movie. If it's an animated movie, it's for older audiences. If you're above the age of 13, you should be watching this for under the age of 13. Check this out. So I wanted to check this out at least once. It's a very damn good movie. I watched it twice. I loved it even more the second time somehow. Men in Black 3. I've not watched any of the Men in Black movies. I know, it's really, So this one's Columbia. This is Ghost Encounters. I've not seen it, but it's Columbia, not Universal. Baby Driver, absolute must watch. This is a damn good movie. I absolutely adored it each time I've seen it. Inherent Vice, I've not seen. King Kong, I have not seen. It's 3 hours to me. Honestly, as time goes on, more and more people are saying it wasn't that great. Into the Spider-Verse. I've seen this one, not seen the second one, by the way, and I absolutely loved it. This is my second favorite Spider-Man movie, and my third favorite superhero movie of all time. Stand By Me, an instant classic. It must be watched by everyone. I absolutely love this movie. And I keep saying the same thing, but must watch. And no, I will not be doing the thing I do with the comics and go over them again and getting out of 10 scores. Hopefully you guys know how I feel with the movie when I'm telling you guys how much I love the movie or don't like the movie. So none of these I really hate. Angry Birds probably is... Actually, there is one coming up that's... Angry Birds so far is the worst out of the bunch. Searching. Criminally underrated. This is so damn good. This is like one of the... It's a modern classic. The Exorcist, as good as they say it is, but not as scary. Obviously, it kind of goes without saying. More and more people, not more and more people, but it's kind of like one of those movies where it's understandable why some wouldn't find it as scary as others would, because it's time, but very good otherwise. Like one of my second favorite horror movie behind The Shining. This one is Sicario de the Soldado, but it comes to the first one. I saw the first one, and the second one is just as good as everyone's saying it is. And honestly, pretty underrated too. Age of 17, better than 8th grade, I would say, if I had to rank them. But 8th grade is still good, so this is even better. So it's like double what I said for 8th grade, basically. The Call, very underrated. People seem to hate the ending and thought that kind of ruined the movie. I didn't think it did. I don't think it did. Okay, to the DVD is somewhere else. So was. I was like, wait, was it? Breakfast Club, really damn good. Wish I had the version of the Blu-ray that came with deleted scenes. But damn good movie. Obviously. Good Morning Vietnam. Good Morning Vietnam. I do need to watch again. I liked it enough the first time I saw it, but had no real desire to see it again. I should change that. 22 Jump Street. For whatever reason, I never got 21 Jump Street. I guess I couldn't find it. Ironically enough, there was 22 deleted scenes. It's kind of funny. But I like this movie. The series in general. They should make a third one. I Am Legend. This is the alternate. This is the better ending version. And I like the alternate ending much more than the original ending, like everyone else did. And even with the original ending, I don't think it ruins the movie overall. I still think it's a very damn good movie. It gets way too much hate because of its ending. God forbid. The only documentary I have seen on my own. It's What We May Neighbor, and it was absolutely fantastic. Not enough to where I watch more documentaries, but good enough. Like, and that's coming from a guy who has no interest in seeing documentaries. That's saying a lot. Thank you for your service. My kind of war movie doesn't deal with the war, deals with what comes after. Killing Them Softly, I have seen. That's right too. I did see this one. It's a long time ago, but I liked it. This is the other blasphemous movie in my collection. I'll probably just, honestly, I want to just throw this out. This is the stupid Melissa McCarthy Ghostbusters movie. It's absolutely terrible. And all of them fell. Cool. Patriots Day. Patriots Day, I think, is one of those movies that doesn't get talked about often enough. And it's one of those movies that justifies its existence. It came out very, very soon after the Boston Marathon. It's about the Boston Marathon bombing. So everyone knows the story, but it's still somehow interesting, even with knowing the whole story. And if you know every single detail, this movie is still interesting, and it's crazy. More movies should do this. Dumb Money is one that came out recently. That's the whole GameStop one that everyone says that came out too soon. Yeah, it probably did. I have no interest in seeing that. If it was the same director as Patriots Day, however, I would have much more interest in seeing Dumb Money. But as of right now, probably not. I have watched all four Hunger Games movies, and I like them. I like them all. Not equally, of course. The first two are the best, but I think it gets a bit too much hate. That's past Justin talking, the one that saw them each at least once. The Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 I've only seen once. I need to watch it again though. Throwback Thursday kind of movie. Ghost Protocol, not seen. I gotta hurry up. Marley and Me, depressing. Absolutely sad. But still a good movie. But not claiming to watch that again. Lego Movie, just as good as they're saying it is. If you have not seen it yet, you're doing yourself a disservice. This is 40. I watched part of it, kind of got bored, honestly. We stopped watching it, and I had no real desire to see it again. Snow White, one of the ones I got from my aunt's house when she passed away. I didn't know her that much, so it's not like but it's still sad that someone dies, of course. But I didn't know her that well. But we got this, and that's the only reason why I have this. Like, why not get it? Maybe some Disney Blu-rays become worth a lot of money, so I'll be worth a pretty penny. And I'll get rid of it. Sin City 1 and 2 is the second one. I have not seen it either. Read the comics, though. They're absolutely phenomenal. Run All Night, I thought was good enough. You know, I'm glad I got it for $1. It was at a dollar store. That and Inherent Vice, I got it for $1 each. That was like a diamond in the rough. And it was Blu-rays, too. It was worth the money. Hitman's Party Card, I wish I got it for $1. I got it for Christmas, but I wish I got this for $1 because that would have been worth it. I just said that was okay. I completely forgot they made a second one. It's kind of funny. Love, Simon, one of those, it's a if you're the right demographic for it, you'll really like it. And I was. I still kind of am. I watched it for a second time not too long ago, and it held up pretty well. Storks, terrible. Didn't like it at all. One of those movies that I hate having my collection. Let's Be Cops is kind of like it's enjoyable enough. Don't go into this expecting anything like a comedy gold, and you'll be entertained enough. I want to say the chemistry between the two main leads is enough for me. Was enough for me. Wind River, pretty good, but not one I'd watch again because it's pretty hard to watch. But really damn good though, still, and pretty underrated. Nerve does not hold up as well, but I liked it a lot the first time I watched it, and second time. But yeah, it does not hold up too well. Lego Batman movie, not as good as Lego movie, but that's saying a lot because Lego movie is just like an instant classic. This is it's probably the funniest Lego movie, honestly. It's a lot funnier than a Lego movie, but not as good otherwise. But again, that's not saying don't get that like. Don't make Blade Runner 2049. Do I have Blade Runner? No, I did not. I saw the first Blade Runner. It's an instant classic. have not gone around to seeing this one. I should though. Straight Outta Compton, very damn good. I remember watching this on a plane ride home. It was a perfect movie to watch on a plane ride home. It was the unrated cut, and it was like almost 3 hours. It was almost a 3-hour plane ride, and it was really damn good. I really enjoyed it. Gotta watch it again now. Anchorman 2. I have the first one on DVD. I like both. Second one not as good as the first one, but I still like the second one. And that was after watching a 2.5 hour long R-rated cut, the supersized edition, they call it. Peanuts Holiday Classics. Have I watched them all? I want to say, yeah, I have. They're classics. They should be in everyone's movie collection. Whether that be Blu-ray, DVD, VHS, whatever. Taken 2, not that great. I watched it the first time. I was like, wow, that's pretty. Not as good as the first one, obviously, but I still enjoyed it. Watched it the second time, and I was like, it was torture. And the third one's absolutely terrible. Third one, I only saw once and never again. Suicide Squad Extended Cut. One of my biggest unpopular opinions. I actually like this one. The Suicide Squad does everything this movie did wrong better. Like it makes up, improves on everything this movie didn't do. So this Suicide Squad is much better than this one is, but I still like this enough. I thought that was good. That was good enough, but obviously not like anything. Not that great, obviously, but I still liked it. The Help, really enjoyed this one. Watched this during class. Watched this freshman year during my English class. It was one of the only movies we watched for that class, and it was like the perfect movie. It was really damn good, really damn funny. And honestly, if you're gonna do this type of movie, make it like this. Make it lighthearted. Don't make it overly depressing. Don't beat the viewer's head over with your message, and you'll get a movie like this. The Expendables. I have no interest in watching these movies. I'm not a big 80s action movie fan, but maybe I'll watch this soon. I did get it, but I was kind of I was just getting movies that everyone else liked, and But that's probably one of the last ones I watched. The Sting I've got to watch. And it's one of these nice little booklet ones. I wish they made more of these. Yeah, I have not watched The Sting yet. Doctor Sleep, absolutely enjoyed this movie. This is how you do a sequel to a horror movie. A billion years later, like 40 years later. This is how you do it. Exorcist, with a believer should take notes from this movie. I've not seen Exorcist Believer, but I don't think it's gonna be anywhere near as good as this one is. Even if I actually liked Exorcist Believer, which I don't think I will, this is still leaves me to love it. This is how you do a horror sequel. Mike Flanagan should have done the Exorcist sequel. Monsters University, very weak sequel, very weak Pixar movie, very weak movie in general. But I can understand when people like it, but I probably will get rid of it pretty soon here. If I had to get rid of it, if I make room, that'd be one of the first things to get rid of. The Martian extended version, really damn good movie. Both versions. Of course it falls. Why does this happen? It's not even that tall. It's like I don't know. Right, I'm trying to believe it. How long are we going for? 20. I gotta keep an eye on the time. It's 2 o'clock. I gotta hurry up. Paris with Love, very underrated. I actually really like this movie. Not that it was an instant classic or anything like that, but that was good enough. It kept my interest throughout. And that's the least of what I ask for a movie, for anything. Movie, comic, whatever. Black Klansman, absolutely enjoyable. This and Get Out, which we'll be seeing pretty soon here. This is how you do racial commentary. Take notes of every other movie that came out after, pretty much. I can't name any specifics. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and The Amazing Spider-Man 1. Honestly, pretty underrated. I think it gets way too much hate. Second one I can understand, but and also one of the few Blu-ray 3D movies I got it by accident. But still came with a DVD at least. But and a Blu-ray, of course, the regular 2D Blu-ray. But these are pretty damn good movies. I like them. Yeah, I feel like they're underrated. I can understand when people don't like them though, but I still do. Die Hard. This is what I was saying when I was saying I'm not the biggest fan of '80s action flicks. I like them enough. I think I need to get the first one a second chance. So I watched the first one. I did not watch the second one. I was told to skip that one. Third one I thought was the best out of all the ones I've seen. That's all I've seen so far. And it comes to all five, by the way, and with the unrated versions of Live Free or Die Hard and a good Day Die Hard, which I think is pretty cool. Wonder Woman, I really enjoyed. I enjoy. I also see what stuttering. I also enjoyed. I even enjoyed Wonder Woman 1984. Watched the first like scene of this, and I was like, eh. And I got the wrong one too. So I do not have any of the other Final Destination movies because I thought this one was the first one. It's not, because they used to do this thing back in the day where they do the Final Destination. It's not the first one. It's the. They did it with Suicide Squad, but at least the Suicide Squad, you could watch that without having watched the original. And it's dumb that they did the Suicide Squad. That's probably one of the reasons why the movie bombed the box office. Everyone thought it was the same as the movie they already saw. They didn't know any better, or just saw the movie like the poster, walking through the mall and they see the movie theater attached to the mall. Total Recall. I watched. I don't think I ever finished this actually. I think like halfway or like two scenes in, I was like, why am I not watch the original? I should at least watch the original before I watch this. And I at least have the director's cut, right? Yep, director's cut. I at least have that. Planet of the Apes have not seen. That's the original movies. But I have seen all the Matt Reeves prequel Planet of the Apes, and these are damn good. Cannot wait till next year for the next one. Get Out does political commentary. Does political commentary right? One of my favorite horror movies of all time. Horror comedies too, because it is a horror comedy. It's not exactly a horror comedy, but it's not as it doesn't take itself as seriously as others do. Finding Dory, B material Pixar, but still it's still pretty good. The ending makes up for a lot of the movie's flaws. Brave, I still like this movie. I need to watch it again to see if it holds up, but I have always liked this movie. Do not understand why it has as much hate as it does, or has received as much hate as it does. Megamind still feels like an underrated movie, like a criminally underrated movie. This is better than Despicable Me. This is it has the same kind of plot. Is why I'm comparing the two. Scarface, I liked enough. I need to watch it again, but I liked it enough. And I'm glad I have it, especially I have the steel book and of course it fell again. Pretend to Yuma, watch once, didn't think it was all that great. I gotta watch it again. A lot of these movies I have super unpopular opinions over, and it's like I'm committing a crime almost. To Kill a Mockingbird, I thought was insanely good, and this is coming from a guy who was kind of bored with the book. Like this is honestly like I would not mind watching this again. I gotta watch it again. Isle of Dogs is still my favorite Wes Anderson movie. I've watched 4 of his movies. French Dispatch, his most recent Asteroid City, Fantastic Mr. Fox, and this is still my favorite. By a landslide too. Force Awakens, the best of the sequel trilogy. And still it's a damn good movie. Again, I need to watch it again. It's been a long time since I watched it, so will it hold up? I don't know. I'll be watching again pretty soon here. How to Train Your Dragon, and the second one on DVD. This one is just, it honestly just felt underrated. It's one of the best movies that I have seen of all time. Not just animated, but of all time. Don't Breathe, very underrated. I've not seen the second one. I've never told to see it. I've been told to see the second one because I heard it was not. Or it was actually honestly like a terrible sequel. But this was really damn good. And for the longest time I wanted to see Don't Breathe 2 because of this. It's a really damn good movie. Really damn underrated too. No one talks about it. Now I have the original on DVD. It's not great, not nearly as good as the original, but there's some enjoyment to be had, especially if you watch it, hate watch it, but like the good kind of hate watch, not the hate watch where I'm like, you're bitter about it, but where you're actually like having fun with it. X-Men: The Last Stand, I still think is a good movie. Not as good as the first two, but not deserving of its overwhelming hate. Superman the movie, it's a classic, instant classic, just as good as they say it is, if not more so. Gran Torino, a criminally underrated movie. More people need to watch this movie. Really damn good. One of my favorite movies of all time. A Monster Calls, very sad but very good. American History X feels underrated. Like, it feels like this is the kind of movie that would, first of all, never be made today, and it does everything right. This is what we want with the message kinds of movies. We do like those kinds of movies, but we need it like that. American Werewolf in London, really damn good movie. Pretty underrated too. No one seems to talk about that much anymore. I honestly, even I kind of forget about this movie sometimes. Spy, not that great. I'm not a big fan of Melissa McCarthy. Only Melissa McCarthy movie I've seen that I've liked from her was a more serious role, number one, and that was Can You Ever Forgive Me? That was the only one I've liked out of her, like a lot of movies she's done, all the movies she's done. I've only seen that, The Heat, Bridesmaids, and Ghostbusters. So I would say Bridesmaids if going by comedy is my favorite of hers. Lincoln, have not seen. Have not seen Life of Pi. Have not seen Speed. I know, I get down to these, I know. Have not seen American Graffiti. Have not seen RoboCop. Blade Runner is an insanely underrated movie still to this day. I know I make myself sound like one of those kinds of movie reviewers, but I don't care. Have not seen Public Enemies. Logan is my favorite comic book movie of all time. Ready Player One is pretty overhated. I think it does the reference movie right. Yeah, you're gonna get references for that type of movie, obviously. I think it does it the best. Breakfast at Tiffany's, I think, is really damn good, and one of those older movies that still holds up somehow. Yeah, there's some outdated stereotypes, but come on. No. La La Land, I liked enough. I thought Whiplash was the better, whoever the hell director is. They did this and Whiplash. I still think Whiplash is leaps and bounds above this movie, but I still think it's good enough to watch at least once. I've only watched it once. I should watch it again. X-Men Apocalypse, like with Suicide Squad and Cash Out the same year, 2016, I think this is still pretty damn good and pretty overhated. Kubo and the Two Strings is a insanely underrated movie. One of those movies that no one talks about, and I don't know why. And I wish I could get closer to the screen, but I think it's good enough. Wreck-It Ralph, I don't want to get too close. Wreck-It Ralph is still one of those movies I feel like no one talks about enough. The second one is absolutely atrocious. The first one is the best, and by landslide, and just one of the best Disney movies of all time. Despicable Me 2, it's still good enough, but not that great. Oh yeah, I did get rid of the third one. I used to have the third one. I got rid of it. Well, I did. Kingsman 1 and 2, I have not seen the second one, only saw the first one. That was good enough. Not nearly as good as Kick-Ass, the other Matthew Vaughn movie. Deadpool 1 and 2, I really enjoy these movies. I cannot wait until the third one. Second one I thought was better than the first. And finally, Spider-Man Homecoming. Good enough, but not nearly as good as any of the others. I would say it's definitely better than Amazing Spider-Man 2, though. But the second one was not that great. And No Way Home was my third favorite Spider-Man movie. Second favorite live action. Here's going by live action. And that, as they say, is that. Got a video out for today. Awesome. Hopefully there's no audio issues.